Hey guys, it's Iz, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact Lore video. So I originally wanted to talk about Xiao because it's the Lantern Rite, but we recently got an update that gave us more information about a character that I've been wanting to talk about. So everyone, what do we really know about the Bough Keeper, Dainsleif? Well, before the recent update, we only knew Dainsleif as someone who is probably from Ria and is pretty much the storyteller of the Genshin character trailers. He clearly knew our sibling and even stated to know a certain flower that they like. But these were all from the trailers and we didn't have anything else to go on. Until now, when I opened my quests for the day and I saw Underworld quests, Bough Keeper, Dainsleif.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
We start off this quest with Catherine telling us about a blonde-haired person with strange clothing looking for us. And so we look around town for them, asking people if they may have seen him, and end up finding him in the tavern.
My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
And he was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
We talk to him there and he asks us a couple questions and for 500 mora. In return, we can commission him for a quest. After handing him the money and answering the questions, he asks us to accompany him on something that he needs to do. Wait a second. I thought we were paying him to go with us, but we're the ones helping him with the quest? Anyways, we head over to the Temple of the Falcon since Dainsleif has heard of an Abyss Herald, someone who leads the Abyss Mages and other people in the Abyss who may be in that area.
Just a few Abyss Mages? Seems like that Herald might have already left. The Abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundations. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, was unable to resist its corrosive powers.
But we're too late. The Abyss Herald has already left. And since there were wolfberries in the area, it gave us a clue to go to Wolvendom next. We find some clues there, but no Herald again. So the last place we check is Storm Terror's lair. We find a bunch of dudes and still no Herald. Until we feel something familiar in the air, coming from a cliff. We climb the cliff, but still nothing. We do find ruined guard tracks and a ruined dandelion, and when we touch the dandelion, we get this cool flashback. After what we see, we have one last chat with Dainsleif before we say goodbye to him. He mentions that we will see him again since we did give him the 500 mora and the 3 answers. So I guess we weren't scammed after all.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing stuff. get it at all.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself. Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
We can tell from the context of each scene that the Herald of the Abyss isn't actually a great monster, but probably our sibling, and throughout the entire quest, Dainsleif seems to constantly compare us to his previous companion, and actually in one of Mihoyo's video, he talks about knowing our sibling, like I mentioned earlier.
Your journey has reached its end, but one final doorway remains. Step forth if you have understood the meaning of your journey. Defeat me, command me to step aside. Show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her. Then, the threads of all fate will be yours to reweave. My memory has all but faded completely, but I will always remember how much she too loved these flowers.
Dain is most likely after the Abyss Herald because he or she was their previous travel companion. I'm sure that Dainsleif knows a lot more about you than he tries to let us believe, since he's lived so long to be able to tell the story of a lot of what's happened in Tevat. This makes a lot of sense with the meaning of his name and the title into consideration. Dainsleif is the same name as a sword in Norse myth made by the dwarves, meaning Dain's legacy, and him being a bough keeper just adds to that. Bough being branch probably refers to Dainsleif being related to the World Tree, or in the case of Tevat, Irminsul. Irminsul are the silver-white petrified trees whose roots go deep into the abyss and intertwine to make the ley lines in the world. So, back to Dain's legacy, Dain is one of the 4 stags in the World Tree: Dain, Dvalin, yes, that Dvalin, Dunir, and Durarthor, I think is how you say it. Anyways, the 4 stags eat off the branches of the World Tree, and I think in the same way, Dainsleif feeds off the knowledge from the ley lines around the world of Tevat.
This is your answer then? I understand. As I thought, you really are similar to him. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me.
But that's all I have for this video. It's pretty cool that 2 of the 4 stags have already been represented in the game. Maybe we'll be getting the other 2 in the future. I know there's a big quote about Dainsleif concerning chalk and gold and other things, but I think that one deserves a video on its own. And after visiting the places of the 4 winds in this quest, it really got me thinking about a theory on them, but maybe after I cover Zhao and the Lantern Rite. But that's it for me. Ad Astra, Abyssos.